Stand back. She's dangerous.
I'm not afraid of rodents.
Don't rile her up, my lord. I lost 4 good men to her claws.
We're gonna have fun with you, rat.
Welcome to the Blitz, my lord. Darth Decimus told me you'd be gracing us with your presence. What we've got here is a clean-up operation. Factories were moving massive amounts of supplies to rebels across Corellia. Bomber brigades came in. We rained fire on their heads, ripped the factories apart. We just need to beat down the rebels hiding out inside.
Such decisiveness is exactly why the Empire will win Corellia.
I'm honored to serve. Unfortunately, I've had to deal with some unsavory company in the process. We're getting intel from an inside source. Unfortunately, his dalliances with the local women make him perpetually late.
Manners, Major Tradick. We all have our vices. I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Darbin Sul, Corellia's top counselor, friend to the Empire. I hope the Major hasn't dirtied my reputation?
I don't need someone to tell me you're a selfish, corrupt dog.
I'm used to veiled insults. I suppose I appreciate the candor, but don't be so quick to judge. I have friends, acquaintances in the Resistance. I pretend I'm sympathetic to their fight, and they tell me things like who's supplying them. Certain factories were churning out military-grade munitions, battle droids, you name it. All donated right to the Resistance across the core worlds.
That's why we bombed those factories into an inferno.
Not quite the subtle approach I hoped for. The bombardment trapped the rebels in the burning wreckage. Now they're angry, desperate, and sitting on the largest weapons stockpile in the core. If the rebels get those weapons functional, we may as well abandon Corellia.
I'll crush the rebels' horde.
Those Corellians fight dirty. Whatever munitions they've got have downed every squad sent their way.
You'll do better. Just wipe out their weaponry. If I know my people, they'll bow to the Empire once their hope is crushed.
I am going to make you suffer.
rebel weapons shipments are stopped permanently. The resistance is broken.
Good show. See what a little elbow grease can do, Major?
Can it, Darbin? Darth Decimus will want to hear this.
Major, Counselor, and my good friend. What news on the rebel supplies?
Destroyed, my lord. The resistance in Labor Valley is defeated.
That's not entirely accurate. Their weapons are in flames, but the rebellion here is still kicking.
I'm aware of their persistence, Counselor. Intelligence monitored the rebels' retreat. They slithered into the tunnels beneath Coronet City, like the worms they are.
The rebels are pinned down. Those tunnels will be their grave.
Assuredly, my lord, but the insurgents will find help. Those tunnels are Selonian territory.
If those furry aliens are part of the resistance, we'll blast them off Corellia.
Patience, Major. The Selonians are fierce warriors. Those tunnels are their nest. Your men wouldn't survive 5 minutes.
You don't know the half of it. I've seen holos of a gang that attacked the tunnels, clawed to pieces.
These creatures may challenge your street gangs, but they're no match for the Force.
Of course, my lord. But those tunnels are a maze packed with the savage beasts. Best to keep your lightsaber drawn at all times.
The rebels are down there collaborating with the Selonians. They're following the orders of Myrtle, a vicious warrior, and the Selonians' den mother. Her tunnels are the rebels' lifeline, moving troops and supplies beneath Coronet City. Take Myrtle's lair, and we'll fracture the rebellion.
The Selonian tunnels will soon belong to the Empire.
Storm the Selonian warren and deal with them. Once you're in, Imperial forces will cut off their escape. As for you, Darbin, I require your unique perspective elsewhere. Take the first rocket tram to Axial Park. Wait my orders.
Right away, my lord. Corellia's Prime Minister-to-be is happy to serve.
Domesticate the Selonians or kill them. May the dark side guide you.
Taste your blood!
You add fire to my rage, Master.
I've heard much of the Selonians' fearsome leader. I'll rest when Corellia serves the Empire.
I am going to make you suffer.
Corellia is under new management, Myrtle. Impressive work, my lord. These rebels were foolish to fight a Sith of your power. I am General Heska, Imperial Guard. Darth Decimus sent us to assist.
I expected troop backup, not someone of your rank.
The Imperial Guard responds to the most vital missions. We flanked the den and caved in the tunnels behind us. The rebels' transportation network is crushed. As for the Selonians, Darth Decimus leaves their fate in your hands.
We'll kill every last Selonian on Corellia, starting with you.
I will convey your orders. No Selonian will be spared. Finally, we can focus on our fight with the Republic. Corellia's once pristine axial park is now a war zone. The Republic's desperately fighting to regain control. Darth Decimus hopes you'll lead our offensive. We collapsed the tunnels leading out, so you must take a rocket tram to Axial Park. Meet me in our garrison. We'll crush them.
Heal yourself up, Wexel. Don't worry. Those savages will be punished. My lord, you honor a poor soldier with your presence, but you're a welcome sight about now. It's the Wookiees. Shaggy Boots tore into my men with a vengeance. Less than a third of us escaped, and most look worse than Wexel here.
They're only Wookiees, Captain. No match for Imperial troops.
In a proper fight we might have held, but the savages weren't much interested in one of those. We weren't expecting such resistance. My men have been converting Corellian factories for the Empires. No problems until we got to the Magnagravitics plant. The Wookiees in the plant refused to hand it over. They ambushed us, and now they're holding the factory. It's a bitter pill.
An example needs to be made of them.
It'll be dangerous. The Wookiees aren't interested in negotiation or reason. They know every nook of that factory. And now, they've had time to make ready. You're going into Corellia's own savage jungle. Hopefully we can raise a glass when it's all done.
see those hairy savages shown their place.
General Mother Heska sent someone to check on me, eh? Well, we're just about to start the fireworks. The Corellian Stardrive Corporation has been funding resistance cells all over the city. So I'm turning their headquarters into a crater. As soon as I get the all clear from my buddy down there, I'll flip the switch and boom. No more corporation.
Rebellion like that cannot go unpunished.
Agreed. They're the biggest corporation on Corellia, so they thought the Empire wouldn't slap them down. This should... Ah, there's my call.
Blow it, quick! They know we're here! Repeat, the Republic's found us! Blow it!
Last. Long-range detonator's not working. The pubs must have put a dampening field up.
Surely you must have thought something like this might happen.
I'd be pretty lousy at my job if I didn't have a backup plan. Just didn't see it getting this bad. A short-range detonator will still blow the charges, but you'd have to fight half the pub army while doing it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds. Respectfully, sir, you've got to help.
I'll clean up your failure, but Central Command will hear about this.
Report me. As long as you're willing to blow this plant to the outer rim. There's a delay on each bomb after it's triggered. That'll give you time to get out of the blast zones. Don't stick around after you set them off. The timer's not that long. And it's a big boom. was amazing. I saw the fires through my optics. Part of me still wishes we could have blown all the charges at once, but that... Corellian star drives won't be funneling any more money.
I enjoyed that destruction far more than I expected.
Nothing brightens the day like a batch of high explosives. Those were some big booms. You really pulled my fat out of the fire. You ever need some custom work done? I owe you.
I'm ruined. Finished! Those blasted Selonians with their riots and their mangy hides. Too busy fighting the Empire to think about the working man, the entrepreneur.
You've confused me with someone who cares.
This uprising hurts anyone trying to make a semi-honest living on Corellia. Major Tradic's expecting me to deliver a shipment of military-grade ordnance, but the Furball Coalition won't even let a rumor get through. It's not just the Selonians either. Wookiees, Strahl, just about every fleabag in the galaxy's stonewalling me.
You want to hire me?
Assuming you can get the job done. I'm sure you don't give a Cathar's hackles about me, but there's an entire regiment of Imperial troops waiting for this gear. If you clear out those mongrels, I should be able to deliver the merchandise. Heck, I'll cut you in on a slice of the profits.
You've got yourself a deal.
So you'll do it? Maybe I'm not headed for financial ruin after all. The Wookiees and the Drawl are the ones I'm most concerned about. Thin their numbers a bit, and we'll be in business.
Out the Wookiees, Selonians, and Drawl for you.
That you did. Just got word the goods made it to Tradic safely. Here's your cut, as promised. You certainly got away with those mongrels. Should have asked you to snag a few pelts while you were out there.
The flames called you here too, didn't they? Pity you missed the show. Our bombs plummeted in silence, then blossomed, giving birth to the magnificent Inferno. I yearn for the flames' warm embrace. Instead, I can only watch the fire reduce the rebel factories to ash.
Fire embodies a Sith's rage, our strength, our capacity for destruction.
Exactly. The blaze deserves our reverence. I came to nurse the Inferno and watch the blaze consume the rebels. Sadly, the flames were denied their pleasure. Too many Corellians escaped the fire. Republic doctors treat them, poisoning the survivors against the Empire and fueling their rebellion.
Don't they know the fire won't stop until the rebels kneel before us?
We must make them learn. Crush the survivors, and the rebels will realize that defiance earns them death. I'd cast them into the Inferno myself, but the flames, so close, I'd never resist them. Perhaps you could fuel the blaze with the rebel blood.
There will be no survivors.
Good. Find their medical camp. Burn their resistance to the ground.
Accomplished.
rebels are finished.
Good, good. The rebellion weakens with every blow. Soon there'll be nothing but ash and a distant memory.
Another day, another planet welcomed into our glorious empire. Pity the locals don't appreciate it. They should be thanking us. Instead, they fight. Call us conquerors, oppressors. The Republic has poisoned their minds. But no matter. Their factories are in ruins, their supplies dwindle. Soon these radicals will be powerless.
Have fun with that.
They still have plenty of bite, which is why we must defang them. The rebels are scattered, desperate, reliant on a few supply caches to maintain their resistance. And we've located one such cache. It's heavily guarded, but confiscating those supplies will rob the insurgents of much-needed resources. Can I count on you for this?
Now you'll get to see what bounty hunters are all about.
The rebels are hurting for supplies. They won't give up that cache without a fight.
Destroy the rebel supply cache.
Then we're one step closer to ending this pointless uprising. You've done the Empire a great service today. We may yet see this planet fall in line.